CARP 3503. This is Charlie Day speaking. According to your spinning wheels here, you have approximately 30 seconds of tape. No, you're all right. You're all right. Your count is currently 484. All right, we're all lined up.
Tell us about doing the show.
This is a really good year. Honestly, I think, it's tough to compare this year versus that year, but and we never really know until we get in the editing room. We wrote a big, crazy season, almost so big that we had, from a budget reason, we had to scale back like 1 or 2 episodes, and we punted one that we wanted to do with the Jackass guys because it was going to be too expensive, and did a smaller episode, which turned out to be one of my favorite ones. Simple little story about Dee getting audited, because she had a baby last year and then gave it away, and she's been claiming the baby as a dependent, for tax breaks, and then of course that blows up in her face, and we wind up having a bit of a baby funeral to get her out of it. But it's a really, really funny year, and we're starting to cut them all together. But I really don't have a favorite this season. Really back to back to back. It's great. I think. Maybe you'll hate it.
Have you had favorites in other seasons?
Yeah, there's always ones that you're happy turned out better than others, and ones where you're a little disappointed. But it's funny, I have ones where I don't like them, and then I'll see it 2 or 3 years later and be like, wow, this is so hard on that. It's really funny. But there's always a disconnect between what you have in your mind and what you wind up with at the end of the day. And if it's too drastic a difference, it's hard to digest it with fresh eyes. You don't know and digest anything with your eyes.
So you had a busy year with the movie and everything. Are you planning on doing more?
Planning on what?
Doing more movies?
Yeah, Guillermo del Toro asked me to be in his monster movie, Pacific Rim, that he's doing.
Really? The Lovecraft thing?
I don't know if it's a Lovecraft thing, but and I went and I met him. He turned out to be a huge Sunny fan. He'd seen every episode of Sunny. So it had nothing to do with like horrible bosses, everything to do with Sunny, which is great. But so I'm going to do that. But other than that, that's all.
Who's that coming up?
I'm going to start shooting that, I think, this winter, so it might come out.
Winter?
Yeah.
It's done already? It's coming winter.
This coming winter.
We're going to start shooting.
We're going to start shooting, yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know how long it takes people to draw monsters. We'll see. Yeah, it could take years.
Did you meet Guillermo here, or did he contact you before the con?
He contacted me before the con. Yeah, he's too busy here. He's the king of the con.
Yeah. Would you be a monster or a good guy in the movie?
I start out a good guy. It's a trilogy. I think I've become a bit of a bad guy in the second one, but more of a scientist than a monster.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And have you done any horror or sci-fi before this one?
No, not really. So I'm excited for that.
No, that'll be cool.
Yeah.
So what kind of antics are we going to see from Charlie this season?
It's such a funny year. One episode that really jumps out to mind is Frank gets involved in what he thinks is a beauty pageant for grown women, and then the guy who he gets involved with gets in trouble for hitting on one of the contestants, but you find out that the contestants are little girls, and he realizes that he's got to put this pageant on to legitimize it, otherwise he's going to look like the guy who got pinched. So we help him put on this kitty pageant, which is really funny, with some big numbers, song and dance numbers. It's really funny.
You guys are doing the high school reunion episode.
We got a great
Do
high
you have
school
some
reunion.
flashbacks in there, or is it
We
just...
don't do flashbacks, but we do reveal some certain things about characters, which is really funny. And then, because of shows like Glee and High School Musical and all this dancing in high schools, our characters think that maybe a big dance is the best way to, really make up for who they were in high school. So there's a big dance number at the end of it, which is really cool. Yeah, it's a great 2-part episode.
Did you like DeVito? Do you like working with DeVito? It seems obvious, but
he's hilarious and he's game for anything we ask him to do. So it's great. And there he is.
How much improv are you allowed in the show?
You know, we try and script it out really carefully so that we don't have to improv, and we allow ourselves to discover things on the day. And you know, if we discover something funnier, we don't hesitate to put it in the show, and if we don't, we stick with the original script.
What's the worst movie you no longer put on your resume that you were in?
Probably. Well, I don't really type up resumes or anything, but if there's one I could get rid of, it'd probably be the movie I do with Rob McElhenney called Campfire Stories. It's so bad you can't. It's not even fun bad. Yeah, it's really bad. It's a bad horror movie. Like not even fun bad. Just you can't. I don't think I'm so bad at it. But.
Campfire Stories, is that the one with the pregnant woman and all that?
Believe me, it's not the one. I doubt you've ever seen it. But Rob McElhenney and I were in it. Buster Poindexter, Jamie Lynn Sigler, a strange group of young New York actors, and I think they shot it on like Channel 8 news footage for like $35. It's really bad.
Any other horror films around that period?
No, that was the only one. Yeah.
Do you get killed?
All the other. It's like it's so bad. It's unclear if I die. It lacked clarity and focus.
One
You
question.
can rent it.
I would love to.
You would not love to.
How long did it take you to shoot? We're Fangoria, so we just.
I can't remember. We shot for like a week.
That's excellent.
It was fun. I mean, I enjoyed the shoot. I knew it was going to be terrible. It turned out to be terrible. It disappeared. It popped up in like Blockbuster 5 years after it came out. They were riding the Sopranos success of Jamie Lynn Sigler. And yeah, it's a real stinker.
Have any of the characters that started in the show changed drastically from what you envisioned for them?
I mean, I didn't have like a 7-year master plan for the show, but the whole thing has changed. It's always changing, and yet we seem to be able to strike a similar tone every time you watch it. And some of that is premeditated, and some of it is just the way things turn out.
And have you been surprised how it sort of started out slowly and to build the audience and everything?
Yeah, I mean, in a way, I think that was sort of a blessing in disguise, where so many shows are over-publicized and overhyped that you're sick of them by the third season. And we really got to sort of operate in a bubble. We were successful enough in the beginning to keep going, but not so widely spread that that you really get tired of it before it's time. So to really sort of start hitting our stride in the 5th, 6th, 7th year of a television series is a fortunate thing. It enables you to go for a long time.
Excellent.
If you get more traction, could you go longer than 7, or you want to?
Yeah. I mean, we're discussing right now, seasons 8 and 9, and the network wants 10, but
You can do 10?
It really depends on if we can keep it fresh and other opportunities and things we're going to do. But we love the show, and as long as we can keep making it the way we're making it, I don't see why not.
Do you have any new products up your sleeve? Like any new products up your sleeves, like the big towel or any of that kind of stuff?
Goodness. Kids are doing
there's
that.
a board game. There's an episode where you find out the gang has sort of a drinking/board game that they play on rainy days called Charlie McDennis. They mash their names together. This is before Frank came into the gang. And it's a demented game. Probably kids should not play it at home, but I'm sure we'll sell a safe version of it.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Thank you.